Hello, hello, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. This is a general collective read. Thanks so much for being here with me today. Okay, so we have the Father and the Flame, the Creator, the Animal, and the Offering. This feels like a sense of like somebody conceding, like I concede. Because I feel like the Father is the idea of like you're up on a pedestal, you're flat on your face, and you know, just kind of having to realize that like when you live in extremes, you miss out on normalcy, you miss out on consistency, you miss out on an opportunity to create anything because you're either in control of everything or out of control of everything. You know what I mean? It feels like a very like controlled energy that doesn't get anybody anywhere, which is why I think there's this sense of like, I concede. Like this, it doesn't get anyone anywhere. And I feel like there's just like, there's something that it's like, I would love to, I just feel like this, I would love to create this with you. This feels like lighting a path. I feel like you like, and you can be on either side of the story, so take what resonates or leave the rest. But it's like this idea of like you light the path before my feet. To not follow you would be like a moth going into the dark, and it just doesn't make any sense, right? Like a moth to a flame. And I feel like there's this sense of like somebody, like the wind blowing your flame. You know, like somebody just like trying to blow your flame out. And it's like, okay, well, you can blow this flame out and then everybody will be in the dark. Everybody will be cold and lost. Or you can foster this flame and move toward creation. I just think of like two parents, you know what I mean? And it's like when you love your children, you want to give them every opportunity to positively identify themselves with anything in life. Because the world will give them enough reasons to hate themselves. You don't need to add to that by creating trauma around anything, you know? And if that's too specific, I mean, take it out a step. And it's just kind of like if it's a relationship and, you know, there's somebody who, I think of those guys, like it's somehow a compliment to you that they have taken an interest in bullying you, you know, and it's just kind of like, grow the fuck up, one. You know what I mean? And realize that like bullying somebody doesn't do anything but get in their way. It's like trying to blow out a flame so nobody else will see this person's light. I just get this feeling of like trying to blow out somebody's flame so that nobody else could see their light. But it's like, okay, well, you can do that if you want, but you know, you're just going to be in the dark. Because I kind of get the feeling that like the idea here is that this flame is not going out. It's like one of those birthday candles that you can't blow out. You know what I mean? And you keep trying and you keep trying and you keep trying and this bitch won't burn out. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, well, maybe instead of trying to blow out the candle, you utilize it for something useful. Don't be a dumb bitch. Right? That was the title of the last one. I thought it was fun. Because how many times, like, especially if you're dealing with people who want to minimize you, you know, who want to attack you. Like they want to paint a picture of you that's so absurd, you know? And to me, sometimes titles are like, it's just a way to like, I don't know, sarcastically embody some character trait that somebody's put on you. You know what I mean? um, but I just have a weird sense of humor, I guess. It's fine. um, so we have the Fool, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, it is. It's just kind of like, I get this feeling of like, I don't know why, like, this person keeps trying to blow out your candle, you know, or why you feel the need to keep trying to blow somebody else's candle out. But whatever, like, however that scenario seems to be playing itself out, it's just like, it's like, that's not even, like, why are you... You know what I mean? Like, I need to go in a different direction. Like, this is ridiculous. Why is this my life? You know what I mean? Like, there's so much more for me out here. There's such a bigger community, you know, like bigger souls. You know what I mean? Like, Dolores Cannon has, and this is probably going to piss some people off, but whatever. It's just somebody that I think is really interesting, and, you know, and sometimes you wonder, you know what I mean? Um, she talks about the idea of like background people, you know, and they don't really like, they come in, they exist in the system, they leave the system, and it's like there's not a lot of soul to those people, right? They're very manufactured. And there are some of them that have a little bit more spunk than others, you know what I mean? Like, some of them who are more entertaining than others, but for the most part, you can just pretty much acknowledge that there are some people who we encounter in life who just seem rather soulless. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's an element of just, it's like, and now I'm thinking of like a spiritual community. You know what I mean? And it's like the filler, like the pew fillers. In the church, you know, they say 20% of the people do 80% of the work. The rest of them just fill the pews. You know what I mean? And I feel like there's like a sense of somebody wanting to throw hollow souls at you and then paint you out to be soulless. And that feels like a really intense statement. Take what resonates and leave the rest. But you can't, I just feel like you can't create with the soulless. And I don't think that you're going to have to. But I do feel like you had to. It's almost like somebody, I just feel like somebody like, it's like holding your hand over the fire. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not going to let you go until you admit that you think you're better, until you admit that you think you're this, until you acknowledge that you're somehow some holier than thou. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, well, it's not even a fair, it doesn't feel like a fair question. You know what I mean? Like, you don't, it's like putting a kid who graduates from Juilliard in a room full of people who've never even, you know, like, moved their muscles, and saying, now tell everyone that you think they're better than them. That blowing out the candle. say it out loud. You think you're better than them. And it's like, well, I'm definitely a lot different. You know what I mean? Yeah, there are definitely some things we could discuss about all of the variations and differences that there are. Yes. Yes, I will acknowledge that. You know, like, does that determine my, you know, like does that make me critical of others, or does it just mean that like I need to be in Juilliard with Juilliard? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what that feels like. I just think that there's somebody who's really wanted you, like wanted to hold you down, wanted to push you back. And it's like, and if somebody feels less than you, and you, like, people hate confidence, and in real life they hate it. How dare you be confident? Oh, I'm sorry, was I not supposed to love myself? My bad. You know, oh, I'm sorry, does my loving myself immediately mean that I think that I'm better than everybody? No, it doesn't. But if you want to start throwing rocks, you know, like he without sin can cast the first stone. But after you're done throwing all those stones and I throw them back, does that mean like I wouldn't have done that if you wouldn't have given me all the ammo? You know what I mean? How am I the bad guy in this situation? But it just feels like people who want to set you up to make you the bad guy. And it's like, don't you even see that I wasn't playing in this game? Like, don't you understand why you can't extinguish my light? And I feel like because of this, there's an offer being made. I don't know if it's the same person or if it's somebody different, because honestly, the reason people want to tell you that you think you're better than everybody is because they don't want to have to be better themselves. It's like such a commonplace tactic. But you see it everywhere. In all different realms of society, you know what I mean? Like, it's gross, honestly. Okay, let's see what else we can get. This is interesting. I didn't know what to anticipate from this. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles and 2 of Wands. Well, again, it's just this idea. Oh, wait, I have these two. Oh, 3. 4 of Swords, Knight of Cups, and 6 of Swords. Well, you know, again, I just feel like maybe there was a point in time where you felt really confused by this argument. You know, like, why is it that I ever, like, why is that the first thing that people come at me with? You know what I mean? What is it about me that incites that from people? You know, because, and if I have some Leos in here, and you know, honestly, any of my fixed signs, my Leos, Scorpios, Aquarians, Taurus, you know what I mean? Like, there's such a consistency to who we are that it's hard to get us to sway. And when people can't get you to sway, then they think that, like, they immediately jump to a sense of inferiority. And it's like, well, nobody said you were inferior. Like, maybe you're a one of the other signs, cardinal or mutable. I can never remember which one's which. I think, but anyways, it doesn't even matter. Like, say you've got, you know, like, air placements, and you like to bounce around, and you're here and you're here and you're here. Like, that doesn't make you less than somebody who's just pretty consistent in who they are. It's just that you're different, right? And we're allowed to be different, and it's kind of cool that we are, because wouldn't it suck if everybody was exactly the same? You know what I mean? But feeling like you've been placed in this, like, I don't know, just like, why does everybody just want to, like, extinguish this flame? And working on yourself and really, you know, seeing your way out of it. And I think, again, getting an offer that that I feel like it just, like, it honors you, it protects you. I mean, the animal is very, like, to me, just feels loyal, you know, like your animals, your pets, your dogs, you know, they just love you. And it's like, I feel like there are people who it's like they love the light. And, you know, and they see the light and they realize that when the light is there and it's shining, everybody can see so much better and everybody can move so much more quickly. And instead of running around in chaos, like, look, we can all see, you know what I mean? And there's a sense of loyalty to that because it provides so much value. Instead of this energy of like people just wanting to like tear you down so that they don't have to ever be anything more or better than what they are. That's a them thing, not a you thing. Okay? uh, okay. See what else we can get for y'all. King of Swords, Knave of Wands, Two of Swords, and Four of Cups. Well, again, you know, I just feel like this decision being made to walk away from the lack, to, you know, like, it's just kind of like, why would I engage in that behavior? Why would I surround myself with people of that caliber? You know, and why would I feel guilty or ashamed for doing that? You know, like, why would I feel bad about surrounding myself with like-minded people? Why would I feel bad about engaging in sincere relationships with people who are sincerely seeking their own personal growth? Because if they are, they're not worried about starting shit with people to try and bring them down. It's like, duh. You know what I mean? So why would you do that? And so you don't. You take your good, you go, and you make a decision to move into a new sense of community that is better aligned with your energy, with your frequency. 17:17 when I looked at the clock. The Storm. Okay, we'll do another one. The Storm, Alethea, and the Siren. Well, I do feel like it's just this sense of like, you know, the truth of it is that, you know, that whatever these attacks were, whatever this, you know, like load of shit that people were throwing at you was, you know, it was just to trip you up. It was just to hold you back. It was just to confuse you, to make you look bad, to, you know what I mean? I just feel like whoever it was that you were dealing with they had some nasty ass energy. And it's like, why would you be confused about nastiness? There's so much more that's calling to you. There's so much more that you're meant for. And there's a lot that you're going to be able to create. Just gotta get that nasty off. Let go. Right? Okay. I hope this resonates with y'all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does. And I will see y'all again soon. Bye.